Hey everyone, how's it going? It's me, True Brilliance, back with an updated video. So just want to talk about what's going on right now in the collective. I told you guys I'd be giving you guys a lot of updates dealing with the Venus retrograde and just what's going on just in the energy. So right now, I truly feel that this point in time that we're at right now is a very important time. Like, I feel like there's some deep transformation taking place on a very subconscious level within everybody. Right now, we're in Pisces season, as you know, and Pisces rules the collective unconscious. It rules our unconscious, it rules dreams, it rules the spiritual dimension, it rules hidden messages. Communication from the spiritual side of life, and just the higher understanding of life, things that we may not understand on a physical level, but things that are beyond our understanding. It's just a very spiritual energy right now. I also feel a lot of purging going on. Anytime that an eclipse happens, which an eclipse happened last month, usually in the month or a couple of weeks before the eclipse and in the month following the eclipses, there's a lot of purging energy going on. It's 11:11 right now, so I know that I'm right on schedule with the truth that's about to come through on this message. So y'all listen up, okay? So, yeah, after eclipses happen, there's usually, because what eclipses are, um, on a spiritual level, is eclipses bring stuff up from the unconscious up to the conscious mind. And a lot of that stuff that comes up can be good stuff, like you can have revelations about your life and things that you need to change, subconscious things that have been going on with you that you weren't aware of. So it can be really good, but it can also be very heavy and dark feelings and things coming up from the subconscious that you may not have been aware of before. You may not have even known that was there. And so there could be a lot of things that come up that make you feel a certain type of way, that make you feel angry, make you feel upset, make you feel resentful, because it's things coming into your awareness that you probably tried to suppress in your life, or things that you never really looked at, and now they're staring you in your face, so you can't ignore them anymore. So a lot of deep feelings and transformation on a soul level comes up around eclipse season. And just the fact that we're in a Venus retrograde right now is also very significant, as I've been telling you guys before. We're in a very significant time right now, and I've already told you guys that just the simple fact that Venus is going retrograde in Aries, I think that that's extremely significant, that Venus, the goddess, is in the warrior sign of Aries. So I really feel like there's a deep transformation of self going on right now. And I know all of you guys can feel it too. It almost feels like our fire is coming back. Our warrior energy is coming back. Because if you guys have noticed, like in the past, I don't know how many years, maybe 20 years, there's been a very passive energy amongst human beings where we have been allowing a lot of things to happen to us. We have been taking a lot of shit from people. We haven't been sticking up for ourselves as much because we've been trying to satisfy other people. We've been holding in a lot of things that we've been feeling and haven't expressed because we're afraid to express it, because we're afraid of what other people may think about it. All of those things are being cleared right now. We are getting back to our core self. And right now, the sign of Aries is of extreme importance, okay? Venus is retrograde in Aries right now, so we're dealing with that energy heavy. But we're getting ready to go into Aries season in a couple of days here. And then Mercury is getting ready to go retrograde. And I think it's going retrograde in Aries. I'm not exactly sure, but I will put the dates below. And then we're going to have a Mercury retrograde. So we're going back over a lot of things. A lot of you guys may be stuck in the past right now, just thinking about your whole entire lifespan, like your childhood, things that happened to you as a teenager. You may be thinking a lot about your past relationships, and you just may be thinking about, I really feel like right now is a time of looking at our personal power and where in our lives we may have given up our personal power to situations and other people when we shouldn't have. And now we're at the place where we are ready to take our power back. You know, we're tired of being powerless. We're tired of feeling like we don't have any control over any situations. We're tired of not speaking up for ourselves, because speaking up for ourselves is a huge thing right now, especially with Venus retrograde in the sign of Aries. Like, there's no more of the passive aggressive behavior or of the keeping quiet just to keep harmony, because that's a very Libra type of energy. Libra is the sign of the other person, always making sure that the other person is okay, always worried about what the other person will think. And this just doesn't have to deal with relationships, it has to deal with you and the public too, because a lot of people, most people live their lives for the public or live their lives for the world and want the world and other people that they don't even know, strangers, to see them in a certain way. So they don't express who they truly are or show their vulnerability or show, you know, the truth about themselves, because they're trying to appear a way to a certain other people so that they will be accepted by those other people. So, you know, Libra is really a sign about, you know, your social life and being accepted on a social level from other people and kind of playing into an image to suit what you want other people to think about you, but it may not be the truth of who you really are. And Aries is the sign about nothing but the truth of who you are. Aries is the sign of, this is who the fuck I am, okay? This is what I want. If you don't like it, fucking kick rocks. I don't care. It's about me. You know what I mean? I'm not living my life for you. I'm living my life for myself. So I feel like a lot of issues around our identity is coming up right now, where we're like realizing, like, hold the hell on. I've lost who the hell I am. Whether you lost who you were in a relationship, you lost who you were in your career, you lost who you were in your relationship with your parents, or just anybody that's been trying to suppress you, because we have spent so much time giving up who we were to try to satisfy other people. And where has that gotten us? It's gotten us nowhere in life. We've kind of forgotten our identity. We've forgotten who the hell we are. And so this new energy is coming to the surface within us, where we're like, why the hell have I been putting myself last? Why the hell haven't I been expressing how I truly feel? Why the hell have I been letting people walk all over me? Why the hell am I living my life for other people? That's the main thing right there. Why have I been living my life for other people? Whether it's for your boyfriend or your girlfriend, your friends, your parents, social media, anything. Why have I been tiptoeing around and not being my true self, Aries, because I don't want to upset or piss off other people, or because I don't want people to look at me a certain way? That's not going down no more. And just wait until the sun goes into Aries. Your guys' true warrior self and warrior spirit is really about to come out now. The self is coming back, baby. The self is being resurrected, all right? And it ain't gonna be no joke, because there's like this fiery spark that's being reignited in people, where we're getting our willpower back. We're getting our will to fight back. We are standing up for ourselves now. It's no more being walked all over. It's no more doormat behavior. All right? We have to stand up for who the hell we are, and we have to have willpower. Willpower is extremely important. I actually purchased a book on Amazon about the willpower. And the willpower is so important. And it's something that a lot of people suffer with, you know, in this society, just not having the will to go out and achieve your dreams, not having the will to fight for what it is that you want. You know what I mean? And it's like our will is coming back, and that's very, 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 very significant. And this plays into both Leo and Aries. They're both the sign of the willpower. You know, no, this is what I want, and I'm going to get it. Or this is how I feel, and I'm going to express it to you. Because now we're at the place, like, why hold it back? Like, why am I keeping quiet? Why? It doesn't make any sense. And a lot of people are starting to realize that that is the source of them not getting what they want in life because they are not exerting their will in the right way. And also, they're too focused on other people. They're not focused enough on, what do I want? What do I desire? What about me? It's been about other people for so long. And, some people have wrote me comments and stuff, saying, well, given that whole narrative about how you're supposed to put other people before you, and when you're in a relationship, it's all about the other person. Okay, yeah, that's true. All right. But you have to take care of yourself first. All right. What's the point of being in a relationship with somebody else and you're satisfying their needs, but your needs aren't getting met? What is the point of that? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, everything in life is about self-interest. It is about the self. Because let me give you a reality check. When you're born into this world, you're born by your goddamn self. When you die, you're going to die by your goddamn self. When you're in this shit for eternity, guess what it's about? The self. All right? Whoever sat up there and lied to you and told you that you need to sacrifice yourself for other people, no, because this whole spiritual journey is about the self. Everyone else are just your co-stars, but the main plot, the main narrative is about you. You are eternal. You are with you forever. You can't get rid of you. You know what I mean? And when I'm talking about you, I'm talking about your higher self, your God self, your God-given nature, the I am. Why do you think they tell you that I am is so important? Because I am is the number one thing, all right? And that is the Aries energy. When you were first born into this world, you realize that I am, I exist. What do you exist for? You exist for a purpose. There's something you came to this world to do. So you have to keep yourself at the center of all of that. No matter how much you may love other people and everything like that, you have to realize that that's secondary. And no, what I'm saying is not speaking from a selfish point of view. When people want to say that, what I just said is something selfish, that, yeah, it's selfish if it's coming from the ego. But I'm talking about the spiritual self, the true self, who has no attachments to anybody in this world, who has no need for anyone. You are all that you need at the end of the day. It's all about you. So yes, the self is important. You got to get to know you first. You got to figure out who you are before you can be in a relationship with somebody else. You can be in a relationship with people all damn day long, but if you don't know who the hell you are, you can be in a relationship with the wrong damn person. You have to figure out self first. Self always comes first. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love somebody else if you don't love yourself, if you're not happy with yourself. You can only pretend to love somebody else. You can only pretend to be everything that person needs. But if inside you don't feel that love for yourself, if you don't feel that happiness, that satisfaction with yourself, it doesn't freaking matter. The only way that you can love somebody else to your fullest capacity is if you love yourself, if you're satisfied with who you are. Otherwise, everything that you're giving the other person is fake. It's not real. I hope that makes sense to you guys. But I wrote down some notes, and some of the major themes that I think are going on right now. A major thing is getting rid of codependency. So many people are so dependent upon other people, whether you're dependent upon other people for their opinions, for their likes on your picture on Instagram. If you're dependent on people, you have to consult other people before you make a decision about something. A lot of people are codependent in relationships. And, people need to learn how to function better within those things. You have to learn to be satisfied with who you are. Because if you're out here looking for validation from other people, you're diminishing yourself. You're diminishing who you are and who you feel that you are inside. If you got to go look outside yourself for validation. So the loving of your true self is really coming out right now. And what it's saying is love yourself for you. You don't gotta go out and be like the girl in the magazine. You don't gotta go out and have the same picture perfect life as somebody else. Love your life and who you are. Love yourself for your uniqueness. Do your own thing. You know what I mean? You don't have to copy these people out here. You don't have to fit in with the crowd to be accepted. Do you. Okay? That's the message of right now. And also, I also said, I think it's like really important that we're in Pisces season right now. We're going into Aries season because I really feel like a new identity is emerging within the unconscious right now. Because Pisces in the 12th house is the unconscious, and it's kind of like a incubation period before the rebirth happens, which Aries in the spring and all that, that's the rebirth of nature. All right, that's why the resurrection happens during Easter time and all of that stuff. All right, so you're getting ready to birth a new identity right now, and you're getting ready to get your power back. Your power is coming back right now, and when everything goes into Aries, this is when you're going to feel it at full effect. You're going to become more courageous. You're going to be ready to take more risks. You're just going to say, what the hell? Like, why wait around anymore? It's time to take action. It's time to just do it. All right? More self-power. Like I said, you're going to be way more empowered now. No more keeping your mouth shut, you know. No more passive-aggressive behavior. If you feel something, let it be known. If you have something to say to somebody, let it be known. Also, don't be afraid to cut relationships off with toxic people either. Because like I said, it's not going to be no more of the sacrificing yourself for other people, or sacrificing your well-being for other people, specifically talking about narcissists and energy vampires. That shit is out the door. All right, no more of tolerating narcissists and energy vampires. Just no more of that. Cut that off right at the door, and don't be afraid to do it, and don't feel guilty about doing it. The self is taking center stage. I wrote that as, part because, like I said, you know how we were in the age of Pisces, and I really feel like the age of Pisces, the Pisces is really about compassion and self-sacrifice, sacrificing yourself for the whole, sacrificing yourself for everyone else, which is good, sacrificing yourself and having compassion and all that stuff. Trust me, yes, those are great traits of the divine feminine. I'm not in no way or shape or form saying don't do stuff for other people, don't be there for other people or whatever. But we are moving into a new time. We're moving into the time of Aquarius. All right. So it's not going to be any more of the sacrificing your well-being and your happiness to make other people happy anymore. Because people are not happy. They're depressed. They feel bad. And even though they're over here doing stuff for other people, when they go home at night, they don't feel good about themselves. All right. People are depleting their freaking energy, and it's not happening anymore. I put expressing your opinions. Don't care what other people think anymore. I've also been seeing this trend just on social media alone, where people have been being a lot more expressive, especially the introverts. Because y'all know how we are, okay? Like, introverts, usually we like to stay behind the scenes and kind of just observe and watch what's going on. I've been seeing so many people that used to be behind the scenes being a lot more vocal now. People are just feeling more comfortable just expressing how the hell they feel, because now, like I said, we're in the energy of Aries, where Aries is just plain and simple. It's just, this is how I feel. I think that's stupid as hell. I think that's dumb. That doesn't make any sense. And, Libra is the type of energy where it's, well, how is this going to affect the other people? Or how is this going to look to everyone else if I do this? You know what I mean? Libra has to kind of take the time to, Libra has to take the time to kind of consider other people before it expresses itself. Aries just expresses itself because just off the simple fact of, this is how I feel, so I'm going to express it. What is there to think about? What is there to mull over in my mind? For what? If I feel a certain way, I'm going to express it. Why? Because I am a sovereign being. This time that we're in right now is of sovereignty, spiritual sovereignty. You guys have to understand when I'm talking about the self and worrying about the self and all this stuff, I'm not talking about from an ego perspective. I'm talking about from a spiritual perspective, worrying about the self. Because the self has been long forgotten. The self, the true self has been buried. It's dead. The true self is fucking dead. And it's time to resurrect it. All right. This Venus retrograde cycle, I'm telling you guys, relationships after Venus goes back direct, just watch for the rest of 2017. Relationships are getting ready to change on a big level, you guys. You guys aren't going to see the same relationship dynamics. And Jupiter is in Libra right now, balancing out the relationship stuff. Come 2018, wait till 2018. Wait till 2018. Okay, you're going to start seeing a lot of differences in relationships. And you're also going to start seeing people coming together that are supposed to be together, because people are going to start being a lot more in their integrity. And when you're in integrity of your true self, then you're able to manifest the correct relationship for you, because you're being your real self. You're not being fake or playing the nice role just to get somebody to like you, which so many freaking people do. Put that mask on to become whatever personality that you think you need to become in order to attract this person, but that's not really who you are. So you end up in a relationship miserable and freaking resentful because you presented a personality to this person that wasn't really you, and now you're wondering why the relationship isn't working, because it's not based on authenticity. That's why. When you're 100% authentic in your relationships, that is the only way you are going to be able to have a long-lasting, happy relationship, is when you're being authentically yourself. If your relationship is based on a fake persona, it's not going to last that long. All right? Think about it. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the notes that I wrote. I'm so excited for Aries season, you guys. Just on the heels of this whole Venus and Aries retrograde, I'm so ready for Aries season. I just feel like the power is going to be with you. Take advantage of it, because, you know, after Aries season comes Taurus, so things are going to slow down a lot. So, you know, basically from now and, you know, the whole, you know, pretty much the whole month of April, make those changes that you've been wanting to make. In March, in Pisces season, it was a lot about kind of incubating the ideas, and all of that. But now it's definitely based more upon in Pisces season, it was more about the incubation of ideas. But when Aries comes around, it's going to be about actually taking action on those ideas. So get ready, you guys. It's a very, very fun time that we're about to enter into. You are going to be feeling more like yourself than you've ever felt before. Just get ready for the resurrection of self. Get ready for your true self to come back, baby. It's an exciting time to be alive, okay? So leave your comments below, you guys. My computer's doing something crazy right now, so I gotta get off of this computer. But I'll be talking with you guys soon. Love you guys.